Yo, what's up? I'm feeling a little goofy. I got these shades on. Maybe people think I'm blind. Maybe they think I'm driving into the sun. But let's see. I had a killer intro. What is it? It's day 43 of being homeless. It's my third night in the 30s Fahrenheit, and this is Epilogue 3. So I didn't go to Thanksgiving. I called the lady 2 hours before my invite was starting, and she was all stressed cooking, and she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know who you were," based on the first minute of the call, and I still don't think she knew who I was. She offered a to-go plate. Now, the conversation where she invited me, it was like 15 minutes while I was finishing my laundry, and she didn't find out I was homeless until like 10 minutes after the invite. So I really do think, I don't think it was schizoaffective head brain. I think she was uncomfortable with the homeless person knowing where she lives, with the homeless person coming to her place around the holidays. I said I don't know where I'm sleeping that night. I think she felt like an onus to maybe, if she was going to do the fully charitable thing, have me stay, but that's inappropriate. I wouldn't want a homeless person even knowing where I live, never mind stay the night on Thanksgiving. So anyways, her offering a to-go plate was like my cue to like take a hint and not show up where I'm wanted little. Where you're wanted, go little, and where you're wanted little, go none at all. It was hard, man, because I have social anxiety. I have fear of the unknown. I thought she liked me, and like her extended family would be like, who the hell did my mama or my auntie invite to Thanksgiving? So I was weighing that, and but like I slept poorly, and I just decided not to go. And I needed to get to the woods. I needed to get to the woods earlier so I could cook for myself, establish camp, and nap. I napped 2 hours. I slept 6, and then in my car, because it was like 38 degrees, I got into my car at like 2 a.m. and I slept until 4 a.m. and then pieced out of there. Now, if you're wondering why the camera's like a little off center, I did my best. On the way into that camp, I was getting tailgated by a pickup truck who kept feathering his accelerator to make noise, like to let me know that I was going too slow. It was like not an imagination. So my GPS map, it was like bouncing all around, and it ripped the little tightening screw. It broke the plastic. So we're gonna have to figure something out, because this is bad framing. But I hope this epilogue is juicy and material, and I hope you're all along for the ride. I drank 2 cups of coffee. I'm peaking, like I peak around 7:30, which is just because that's the middle of my work shift. So it's like my whole life's oriented around peaking between like 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. So I feel great right now. And here's what Epilogue 3 is really about. It was about not going to Thanksgiving, learning that I'm not really going to get charity from random people, and I need to go to shelters today. And there's 2 that the psych ward recommended. I've been to 2, but they turned out not to be overnight. But AI corroborates that these 2, and people keep referring to me to these 2, Salvation Army and another one that's like a local brand. They're both overnight. The local brand's men only, and I went to their website, and they do indeed say like we fill a critical gap, which is a men's only shelter. So I'm gonna go there first. And I don't know what changed, man. Well, I know what changed. Like when it's in the 30s, I can't cope. My sleeping bag is rated to 40 degrees, but under 45 degrees, I'm cold as fuck. I'm wearing still my top 4 layers: long sleeve shirt, wool sweater, though it's thin, my blue hoodie, which you can see, and this fleece, which is just like beat to hell. It's over 25 years old. But I had those 4. I had a knit cap on, my hoodie up, and then my sleeping bag, even though it's 40, has that like mummy shaped head. I had that up, and then my Southwestern blanket I had wrapped around my legs and my butt as like a insulator inside my sleeping bag. So it's like it was in the 30s. I probably woke up when it dropped below 40. That was probably like 2 a.m. But from 6 or I woke up at 12. Well, anyways, like from 6 to 12 or 7 to 1, whatever, I got like straight sleep. And I got there early and napped, and it was like fairly warm. It was like 55 to 60 for my nap. But like the sleeping in the car when it was actually under 40, my feet got like close to numb. Like I had to put my shoes on. I was in wool socks too, but like it wasn't enough. So, and then I just had to get moving. At 4, I was like still tired, and I was like, do I chill here for an hour and then like turn on my whisper light and make some coffee for myself? And I was like, no, I'm gonna get moving to warm up. I'm just gonna like, noise be damned, campers be damned. I'm gonna break camp. And that warmed me up real good. Like I was warm once I start moving. So that's what, like 37 to 42 degrees, like it's really hard to sleep. It's hard to be still, but when you're moving and you're properly layered, it's like actually a really comfortable temperature. So that was a learning. It's fucked that the guy rushed me, and I was so sleep deprived on the way into that camp last night that I didn't even think to pull off. I just was like, he's gonna pull off, because we kept passing campsites and turnarounds. I was like, he's gonna pull off, but I didn't think, like that's what sleep deprivation does to you. It's like, and you're stressed, you just like have tunnel vision. I literally had tunnel vision, like he's just gonna pull off behind me. But he didn't. And then I pulled off, which is funny. It was like the turn to my campsite. I didn't even realize it because I was so stressed. I pulled off to let him pass me finally, and I was like, oh, I'm here. So I had to back up a little bit and then make my turn. Someone had been to my camp like since I had been there last, so I'm not going there again. They dug out a massive fire pit. I guess there was a burn ban, so they decided that they were gonna break the burn ban, but they were gonna do it responsibly. They dug like almost 2 feet with the wall, because they dug out like a foot of ground and then built a circular wall of earth around it, so it's like a 2 feet hole. I camped right next to it. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because I, maybe for the thumbnail, but AI told me that like if you don't want blurry thumbnails, make sure the sun is showing through the front window. So I'm parked directly at the sunrise. I'm leaning over to try to get in frame, but so this is Epilogue 3. We're at 7 minutes. That's pretty dope. I'm feeling good. Like I told you, I'm peaking. I'm parked in a lot that I know is kosher, parked at the edge, and like I don't give a fuck. Like I think me submitting to the idea that I need help, like 43 days in, and I'm not doing this on my own anymore. I need the institutions. I need shelter. Like it's gonna rain 5 days this week, and it's gonna be in the 30s again twice, and I gotta work 4 times. So like relying on my car, relying on my 40-degree sleeping bag and my chutzpah and my 4-layer top and my like athletic pants, and I have tons of wool socks, smart wool socks, tons of them. It's just not enough. So I gotta rely on other people, and I think that's what's boosting my mood right now. Is it's like a breakthrough. I had paranoia about going to homeless shelters. I think it was really good I went to the day shelter. I don't think I'll ever use their shower. It's just like a little shower truck. It's probably dirty. I have money now. I have like in the hundreds right now, and it'll be in like 200 right before I pay my cell phone bill Monday. So I can afford $40 a month for the rec center to take unlimited showers now. December, I'm gonna try to shower 3 days a week, 4 if I'm lucky. I only have 2 towels. So it's like, I'm gonna be showering twice a week if I do 4 days, like twice a week with just a t-shirt as my towel, but it's gonna be sick. Like, so I think it's like, I'm at this pivot point. Like Epilogue 3 is definitely a pivot point because things are getting so bad that I have to ask for help, and that's a breakthrough. And it's gonna, if I can, like I looked at Salvation Army, I looked at this local one, they're gonna have beds. Like Salvation Army has 129 beds. It says it has a women's area, a family area, and a men's area. So let's just say that's 40 male beds. I think the other place probably has 20 or 30. So it's like 70 male beds I have a shot at. And then like if I really get fucked and the place I'm living in has too many homeless people that want to go in when it's in the 30s, I can at least like sleep until like midnight when I get way too cold, and then I don't know, I hope the day shelters probably don't open till like 7 when they put the coffee out, but I don't know, I need to like patch together warming inside day shelters if I get fucked. But I have hope, like knock on wood, I have hope that one of these 2 overnight shelters in my area is gonna take me in, especially when they find out I'm sober from alcohol and drugs. I've never done hardcore drugs, just weed, but I won't even mention that. I'll just say I'm drug-free, alcohol-free, like to simplify, and it's the clearest thing to say. And then, like I don't do weed. I have been a daily smoker in the past, but I'm liberated. If I go back to it, it'll be my choice when I have the money and time and shelter. Like, you need your own privacy to do weed. You can't be doing it in your car. So, but yeah, there's a huge breakthrough, just like relenting, submitting. I think, so I was like paranoid about getting robbed at shelters. I was paranoid about other homeless people in my area identifying me as a homeless, living in my car as a mark, and like, they see my car, they see my plates, they see who I am, and then like next time they see me, they'll shake me down or something. So I was paranoid about that. But I think a big part of my resistance to like going to shelters, well, one was my stubbornness, my like obstinance that I can do this on my own. Because I was like, part of why I left my last housing situation is like I felt like I'm better off alone. But the real obstinance that's like hidden, that like maybe is the title of Epilogue 3, it's probably acceptance. It's acceptance of my predicament. Like, I've been in denial that I'm homeless. I like titled the fucking series 30 Days Homeless, like it's gonna end. And then toward the end, I realized I have at least 30 more days homeless. So it's like accepting that I'm homeless and that I need help. But it's accepting it as an identity, as a marker, as a badge. Like, I'm out here, I'm cold. My biggest problem is like, do I have a clean ass and clean hair before I work? Do I smell? And I need help, like, to make it through. I work 4 days this week, 4 days next week. I told you it's raining this week, like 5 nights. It's raining, so I'm relegated to my car. I can't camp when it rains. That's just like too much of a risk. Some of those storms are so bad I get soaked, but like if I get soaked once, it's like game over, because my shit's not gonna dry out by the next day when it just sprinkles and it's cloudy all day, if that's how it goes. But the 30s, that would be my 4th and 5th night in the 30s. And it seems like they're just gonna keep coming, the days where it's in the 30s overnight. So I need to solve the shelter problem now. So it's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go to my first choice shelter, the men's only, when they open, or like a little after they open. I'm gonna do laundry. Laundry's key. I don't know if I updated you, but I put my laundry bag when I sleep in my car in my footwell, and that elevates my feet just enough, like 6 inches, just a little bit above the pedals. I have like some weird spaces underneath my steering wheel above the pedals where I can jam my feet in. It's not totally comfortable. It still aggravates my ankles, but at least the blood flow is pretty consistent back to my heart. So edema is no longer a severe problem. I just get subtle edema when I sleep like that. So I can go, I think, like 3 days straight in my car and work after that. But 3 is like the limit. That's the tipping point. So yeah, we're gonna go to some shelters. I'll update you to see like how this actually shakes out. Like, if the shelters are an Easter egg, that would be really depressing, but I just don't think so. I think it's that time of year where they have better funding. I think a lot of people are going. I don't think they want to turn people away right in the beginning of a cold snap. So I just have hope, man. I have serious hope that this is going to work out. And then if it doesn't, it's like, it's too cold when it's in the 30s to do what I'm doing. So if it doesn't, it's just clarifying. It's like, yeah, I need to go to New Mexico and get friends to facilitate sleeping indoors. I just need to do all that. So I think it's a clarifying day. It's a clarifying episode. Like, I'm gonna do everything I need to stay here. I wanna stay here January, February and bank money. I wanna build this channel January, February where I'm at. And that's my top choice, and I'm gonna do everything I can to that end, and that includes going to shelters today. And if that unravels or there's blocks, then I get to do plan B, which would be rash and impulsive and irresponsible unless I've exhausted the options of plan A. So there you go. I slept 10 hours last night, broken up, like an afternoon nap, 6 hours where the cold kept testing me, and then 2 more with numb feet in my fucking car. So I collected sleep last night. I was on serious deprivation. Like driving became hard again, decisions became hard again. But I'm in a happy medium where I just caught up on sleep. I'm able to do research with AI, and I'm able to make decent decisions. So I had to record this. And that's like it. That's the update. Like it's hard being homeless. I count the days based on the weeks. Like the weekends of my homeless count, I got discharged on a Friday from the psych ward like right before noon. So like my weeks always end on Thursday. Today's a Friday, Black Friday. So it's just like 6 weeks times 7 days is 42, and today's the 43rd day. Like what's crazy is next Friday is going to be the 50th day, and that'll be a big hallmark for me, because I think worst case, I'm 100 days homeless. So to make it to 50 is just like, yeah, I'm halfway. Like as a swimmer, I would always just work up to halfway through the race, through the practice, through the interval, through the set. It's the hardest is the middle, like the second 25% of a race of anything. First 25%, it's new, you have energy, you're getting through it, and then there's this dead zone where everything's just hard and you're tired and you're still new. So when I get to 50 days, then I know I'm at least halfway, and I think I'm past halfway because I think I'm gonna get out of this situation around 75 to 90 days. But if I have to go to 100 days, next Friday is halfway. So that's big. I'm looking toward day 50. I'm not really looking forward to it. And then we haven't done grateful and looking forward to in a while. So that's looking forward to. I'm looking forward to day 50. I'm looking forward to some positive response from these shelters. Even if I don't get an immediate place, I'm gonna register. I'm gonna give them my social. I'm gonna give them my ID. I'm gonna get registered, and then I'm gonna call them every day and be like, I'm slipping at work, I'm not showered, I'm fucking cold, I'm not sleeping, I'm losing it, they're gonna fire me, and then hopefully I get pushed up the queue. Because this is life and death. Like, this survival. Like, I'm asking for charity, but I'm like, I hate to say demanding charity, but I'm gonna push my way in. If they don't welcome me in, I'm gonna push my way in because I need it bad. I cannot sleep in the woods in a 40-degree sleeping bag when it's in the 30s. I cannot. And I don't want to go to New Mexico right now. I think that would be dumb. So I'm looking forward to the shelters in day 50. And what am I grateful for, man? I'm grateful I made it through last night. Like, I'm grateful that I just barely made it through in terms of warmth and ability to sleep. Because when you're so cold, sleeping's the hardest thing because you gotta stay still and fall asleep. When I was in my car those last 2 hours sleeping, I was dreaming about being cold, which is fucked. That is so fucked. Like, if you've ever experienced that, drop it in the comments, because that's one of the more miserable things there is on this earth, is having a dream about the suffering your body's going through. Like, maybe you broke your leg and you're having a dream about leg pain. Like, for reality to invade your sleep, like, sleep's supposed to be a safe place where you go into fantasy land. But man, like, my feet were numbing and I was dreaming about cold feet. Such a disaster. So I'm grateful I made it through it, because that was the third night, and that was like the coldest night. I don't think by temperature, I think I dealt with 32 to 35 like around Veterans Day. So this was like 38, a low of 38, but it stayed at 38 for hours. And it was, yeah, so it was like my second or third coldest night, but I slept like for a long period, so my body got the coldest. And I'm grateful I made it through it. I'm grateful my layer system. It was the first time I ever insulated my sleeping bag with the throw blanket. And like, I made sure, I was like getting lazy and tired after I took my medicine, and I was like, no, I have to put on a dry long sleeve shirt underneath this whole system. So that took like 5 minutes to take off 4 layers, put on the bottom layer that was dry, put on dry socks. I wore shorts and my athletic pants. Like, so I had 4 layers on my legs, 2 on my feet if you count the sleeping bag. That's like my weakest spot, is the blanket doesn't cover my feet. So, But I think that's like okay, because if your feet sweat, you really get fucked. So it's like my feet are aerated. It's just like wool socks, 40-degree sleeping bag coverage. So that's like, but that's my weakest spot. And then the head had three. The head had 3 layers. So 4 on my legs, 2 on my feet, 3 on my head, 4 on my arms, and then 5 if you count when it was really cold, zipped up all the way in my sleeping bag. Now, with that mummification strategy, it's really hard to pee. And then if you need to poop, like you're fucked. You're gonna poop your pants because the zipper catches like 1,000 times when I try to open it. The pee worked delightfully. The zipper opened well, and I had like measured how far I needed to put down the zipper to pee into my gallon water bottle. That worked delightfully. And then I went back to bed. I zipped up and went back to bed. But in the morning I needed to shit. And once I got that, like once I knew I needed to shit, I was like, I'm not getting back in this sleeping bag because I'm gonna have to open it up as quickly as possible. I'm gonna have to sit up, pull it down. The blanket I had like wrapped so delicately and perfectly, it's gonna get all fucked up. I'm not getting back in this bag. So I took a shit and I went to my car. Simple as that. I didn't actually take a shit. I needed to. I went to my car, I think, and then I took 2 shits like after that sleep. Anyways, this is all about like I'm authentic and honest, and I realized when I was saying that the order wasn't exactly right, but my stomach was rumbling. I got up because I was like, this is coming. I'm gonna need to take a shit. So that was game over on the sleeping bag. But I did good, man. I can't believe, so I'm grateful that I caught up on sleep during like one of the coldest nights of these 43 days. That's like a mini miracle. Like, thank God for that. Thank God for catching up on sleep in one of my hardest nights, and thank God for the clarification that I need to ask for help. That's some cool shit. We're gonna lean in for the thumbnail, cause I yeah, this is a cool thumbnail. So you gotta lean in because you have to do a screen grab and cap cut, and if you don't lean in, so I'm leaned in. There's perfect sun. I really like wearing these sunshades. I feel blessed and hidden. Like, it makes me happier. I think I'm so exposed and vulnerable out here. Like, wearing sunglasses is actually totally legit. I feel good. Like, safe space. Like, Brian's happy. Brian's protected. Brian's on sensory deprivation. That's cool. I wish I had coffee. I have a little juice I'll share with you. I've been drinking. I drank like 3 of these yesterday. Mango pineapple Welch's. They have 33 grams of sugar and 10 ounces. So each ounce has over 3 grams of sugar in it. And a gram's a sugar cube. So 3 sugar cubes in an ounce is insane. That's why it tastes so good. It's only 10% juice too. Yeah, water, high fructose corn syrup. There's carrot juice in here. That's the first juice. That's so funny. They make mango out of carrot and grape juice. It's fucking wild. Don't trust the labels, guys. Or like, don't trust the branding. Mango pineapple is actually carrot, grape, and then at the end they throw in mango puree, not mango juice. Then they throw in pineapple juice. That's hilarious. That is so funny. That's wild. So here we're encountering one of our biggest problems is like we're parked in a parking lot far away from people to get privacy, and now we need to pee. So I think I'm gonna pause this video because I don't want to stop talking to you. Like, this Epilogue 3 has just been awesome. So I'm gonna pause it and piss in my coffee cup and then get back where we left off. Dude, I haven't lost any of this footage, like, knock on wood. But I'm actually really worried about that. Like, when I press the re-record button, like unpause record, I was thinking like, man, if I press the wrong button, do I lose that video? So it's 7:42 a.m. It's Black Friday. I don't work. I worked 4 days this last week. Like, they dropped my Wednesday, and then my boss asked me if I could come in again. Oh, cool. And my brother just supported me on not going to Thanksgiving. He understood. He understood the dynamic. Oh my God, I almost just drank my coffee piss. Oh my God, I gotta switch. I'm gonna put my ashtray in the front just to remind myself that it's backward. Yeah, that was a close call with Thanksgiving, because like I like have a history of backing out of social things like at the last minute. But I slept such trash. My eyes looked shitty. Like, I actually looked like a drug addict. So that would have been, if she was worried about me being homeless and kind of a risk, like showing up in that shape and then like falling asleep on her couch or her reclining chair, like with like her whole family bustling around, would have ruined her Thanksgiving. So I'm glad I didn't go. Yeah. I don't know, man. Unfiltered life. You only get honest after 43 days. That's what I think. It takes 43 days for the vlogger to just like totally get comfortable, to have shit happen again and again and again, and then just have breakthroughs. So comment if you found this series through the epilogues, because I'd like to know that. AI says that the epilogues are going to be key, because there's going to be 30 episodes of the first 30 days. Like, basically, it seems like a Morgan Spurlock challenge. And then in the epilogues, people find out I'm still homeless, and they're like, oh, I want to see where this guy started. I want to see when he was actually, like, in survival mode, at his wit's end, paranoid, unraveling. I want to see where he was, like, forged. So if you joined this channel via an epilogue, even via this one, like, please comment. I want to see that. And then, you know, I haven't done this in a while, but I do need money. I need extra money, because although I got another gas card for my birthday, I don't want to talk about that. It's like an embarrassment of riches. That's almost out. And I'm about to drop $500 to $600 on a room share. I don't know which one it's gonna be. I don't know when it's gonna be, but like probably around Christmas, I'm gonna try to move in someplace, and God willing, people still take applications and like phone calls during that week. Who knows? It would suck to be homeless for an extra 2 weeks just because of the holidays. But my money's about to build up to like 500 around December 19th. But then it's gonna go all out the door, and I'm gonna be housed. So maybe I don't really need your money. If I don't get housed and I want to go to New Mexico, rent's $800 there. So I'm gonna need like $300 to cover the difference. And I think the channel would get more interesting if I'm in the Southwest or the West, just the Rockies. Better outdoors. I mean, I don't know. If you want to donate, check the description. I bought so much stuff for myself already. That's why I keep going down to zero cash. So it's like money just gives me breathing room, stability, housing options, transportation options. I mean, cigarettes are in my budget. They're like the most expensive thing I do, gas and cigarettes. And because of the gas cards, it's just cigarettes that I'm wasting. I'm blowing money on cigarettes. I'm not wasting it. Like, they got me through yesterday. Like, the days that I'm falling apart, they keep me moving forward and focused so I can drive safe. But it's like $12.50 a day. So I don't know if you actually want to support my cigarette habit. Maybe if you're a smoker, send me $12.50 so I can buy a pack of American Spirits. It's all I smoke. I know that's a little like prissy, but I don't want any additives. I like that they burn slow. I like that they're organic, and they taste good and they're strong. They're probably like the second strongest brand. There's probably a brand that's stronger, but like it's probably stronger because there's like additives that soup them up. But so $12.50 would be sweet. Oh, the other thing I want, I'm about to run out of my cooking fuel, and it's $15 a gallon at Walmart. So like, yeah, I always ask for like $2 or $5 through Venmo, Cashapp, Last Spot on the Left. But if you're feeling generous in the holiday season, like ship me $12.50 for cigarettes or $15 for a fresh gallon of white fuel. I did make another cooking video last night. I'm getting better at them. I only start record like when the water's already boiling, so that it's like 5-minute videos now. That's gonna help me make more money. So if you like send me $15 through Cashapp or Venmo, I could buy another gallon of white fuel without like hitting into my rent money. Cause if I buy, I'm like gonna be $100 short on the December 15th paychecks. That's why it's like I'm in this weird gray zone where I'll be able to move into a place like 5 days before Christmas. So that's the kind of shit I need help with in terms of money, is like timing. It's like I'm always in need of like 100, 200, or 300 extra dollars to make a move, either like into some place or into a new place. So it really adds up. So yeah, if you want to donate, last spot on the left, anywhere, just follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna start a Facebook soon. If you don't know why the channel's called Last Spot on the Left, I think this is a good time to say it verbally. Like my very first night homeless, I was out of the psych ward and it was a rush. Like sunsets at 6:30 back then. So I figured out at like 2:30 at a Chick-fil-A that it's legal to park in the blue sign rest stops. You can actually park for 24 hours straight without breaking the law. So I went up to this rest stop. This is my first night, so I'm like totally green. And I go up to this rest stop and I start driving slow, because once you pass the spots, you can't go back. You can't reverse in a rest stop. So I'm driving real slow, and it's like travelers, unloaders, reloaders, people pulling out. And then I get to the back half. Empty, except this one beater sedan. Like its wheels falling off. It's got side shades, front and back shades, its windows running, and it's parked in the last spot on the left. So I pull in like in its vicinity. I pull into a shade spot. I'm like 5-10 cars away from it, but there you have it. When I saw that car, I was like, okay, I belong here. This is where people that sleep in their car are parked at this particular rest stop. A car with the side shades. It's like engine would turn on and off, I guess, to run a generator or to like automatically turn on the heat. Like this person was a pro. Whatever this person was doing, they were a pro, and they were parked in the last spot on the left. So that's where it comes from. I thought, oh, next time I'm here, if that guy's not here, that's the spot I'm gonna take, but I never took it. So some of y'all are like, oh, is that where you park? No, I don't park there. I rotate where I park. There's not always a left side to park on. I don't think it's good to park in the last spot. It's like a particular spot. I think it's better to just mix it up. If like cops really are keeping track of who sleeps where, how often, like don't park in the same spot. But it was just a peculiar car. It was like almost the beginning of a movie, or like the opening pages of a novel. Like that car really was stirring, because I felt like that person. And then I did see it over a couple weeks. I saw it more and more in the exact same spot, and then I think the cops just like towed it away with the person in it, because it's never been there again. I think that person wasn't just there for 24 hours. I think they were there for like 2 weeks straight, and I think that's when you get busted. So that's the name of the channel, and it's never changing. It's a long one, but it's all simple words, and as a writer, I like that. Last spot on the left. And my face must look glorious because the sun's blinding me. I definitely need these eyeglasses. Here's another thumbnail, whatever, pose. We're at 34 minutes. Yeah, I hope some of y'all are just such fans, you just listen this long through all the donation scams. They're not scams, but like by the time you guys watch this, I'll have solved half my own problems. So it's like I need to position the request for money more as like grow the channel. Like don't save my ass from poverty. It's more like, give me more options, give me more time to make videos. Maybe I can like buy better food to do mukbangs. It's like, if I'm housed, I can edit videos. There's just so much more I can do with like I said, like if you're only donating $5, like 20 people, that's $100, and that changes my life. So don't feel bad about sending 2 or 5. I don't like the numbers 1, 3, or 4. So it's just like, pick 2 or 5. That'll make me happy. And $2 buys me a lot. Like, you've heard it, a day of water or a week of hand sanitizer. $5 saves me from a DoorDash. My car, I've driven like 3,000 miles since I've been homeless, because my whole range, I drive like a loop from work to one of my furthest parking lot that I feel safest at. The whole loop's 100 miles, and then when I go to like the far national forest, that's like 100 miles each way. So I've been putting miles in the car, and that's another good thing about the shelters, to bring it all back. Like, these shelters are near my work, so it's a blessing actually that I'm fucked with the cold and the rain, because if I really do get into one of these shelters, like, my gas money is gonna go down right as my gas card runs out. And yeah, if you're a big spender, send me $20. Put in the memo, gas. $20 is basically a full tank, because I buy gas when I'm like, I don't wait until I'm almost out. I buy it like at 3/4 empty. So it'll fill me up, top me off 20. So last spot on the left. All lowercase, one word, last spot on the left. Cashapp, Venmo, follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I'm grateful. I'm looking forward to. I'm so glad we got to Epilogue 3, like that I survived. I'm feeling funny, like I'm a comedian. I'm a dark comedy writer, so hopefully like my mood, I can be in a good mood but not funny, but hopefully I get like goofy and silly, because that might really connect with more people, and it just makes my life better, makes my life easier, my day more charming to me. And I think that's all she wrote for this one. So just subscribe and like, and tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what you're going through. I'm blinded by the light right now, and it feels so good. Day 34, third night at 30 degrees, and this has been Epilogue 3. I love you guys. It's gonna take me a while to find the stop record button. There we go. See you next time.